Thank you, folks.
Now, our next award is for the media.
And this guy's my buddy. This year's recipient has been instrumental in the communication systems that exist in the mountains. He is truly a pioneer. Here's his story. Paul Gearhart has played an instrumental role in communications across the mountains of Kentucky. From a job paying at one time 35 cents an hour, Gearhart and his wife managed to save their money and launch one of the most successful communication operations in Kentucky. They began by purchasing a small telephone system in the 1950s.
That was I bought that in June the 1st, 1953. I paid $1,500 down. That was a whole lot of money for me, at least that time, and $50 a month for 40 months.
Gearhart would soon realize he would need more money to continue his operation and to expand. While reading an article in the newspaper, Gearhart learned of a federal program that could lend money to operations such as his. He applied and was granted a loan.
I went ahead and borrowed a substantial amount of money, more money than I'd ever seen or heard of at that time. And my dad went crazy. He said, my son said, don't do that. Said, the money you're making right now, said, it'd take you 400 years to pay that back. But I went ahead anyway.
Always a risk taker, Gearhart would then set his sights on the cable TV business. With only 3 channels, serving only 22 customers, Gearhart purchased the operation. Over the years, those numbers would change dramatically. Gearhart designed an intricate microwave system that would push his signals further. He lobbied to bring a Kentucky television station to viewers in his region, who at that time could only watch stations from West Virginia.
That's when I first got acquainted with Ralph Gabbard, who's the founder of your station over there. And I went down, I made him at a cable meeting in Lexington one time and told him that I'd give anything if we get Kentucky television up here. And he was sympathetic to the idea.
Gearhart would be one of the first cable operators to put WYMT TV on the air. He never seemed to rest on his laurels. He developed a cable television production studio, broadcasting local programs. He helped establish the cellular phone system in his region. And when the internet took off, Gearhart was ready. He acquired an internet servicing company known as Microtech. From only a few customers in the 1950s, Gearhart now counts more than 90,000 customers, helping improve the quality of life for Eastern Kentucky. Quite an accomplishment for a man who started out making 35 cents an hour.
I think I've had a real interesting life for me, even though it has been tough. I don't know of anything I'd do different right now, except I'd try to clear up some of the mistakes I made back in the early days.
The 2001 recipient of the East Kentucky Leadership Award for Media goes to Paul Gearhart. Here, Paul.
Is this a microphone?
Yes.
I'd be lying to say I'm not thrilled with this award. It's unusual that you start out trying to make a living and come up with an award, so I got a double thrill here. I've worked a long time, 40-some years now, and I appreciate what you all have done here for me, and I hope I can make a better Eastern Kentucky for all of us. I started out with a job climbing telephone poles by myself several years ago. My secretary told me that we're employing 203 people right now, our neighbors. They're all Eastern Kentuckians. I'm very thankful to you all for the award. I don't know how better to say that I'm real thrilled with what you all have done here, and I hope that I can be of some help in future years. I may not have many years left, but I'm going to work to that end as long as I'm able. Thank you very kindly.
Like I said, he's my buddy.